Hi again, everyone. I'm olliemathews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Norm. Norm is a monthly subscriber. I'm going to use his contribution for this video. And it's based on a comment from the last video I made. And this is part 2 of this video because I had turned my sound volume up on my Monocaster and the sound didn't come through. So I actually know what I'm dealing with now. And usually the second is better than the first. So here we go. Now I pinned this comment from this Mika Skuska, whatever the name is. I gotta say, I'm really surprised that you could be both a narc survivor and a Trump follower. And I do understand where you're coming from. You found solidarity with MAGA Republicans that you couldn't find with Democrats. Well, you haven't been following me for very long. Because if you had, you would know I've been a Trump supporter since the very beginning. I have been a hardcore right-wing conservative since I was a child. I used to watch Rush Limbaugh on his Channel 9 show at 16, 17 years old. People were like, why are you? I'm like, I like this. I enjoy it. I have been a conservative my entire life. Nobody convinced me of Jack. Sweetie Pop. But that's exactly how cults work. And that is what I find most hilarious. Okay? That's exactly how cults work. You belong to a party that thinks men can be women, women can be men, that a man can compete against go into a high school, compete against high school girls, that you can cutting body parts off of children. But I'm in the cult. You belong in a party that screams about killing babies, about having abortions that you don't need, in a state you don't live in. But I'm in the cult. We're cultists. They promise you community and transform you into blind followers. That's what your side does. And again, all projection. All projection. Trump is a supreme narcissist and his cabinet consists of psychos. How is Trump a narcissist? How? Because you disagree with his policies on how to run a country, on immigration, on abortion. That makes him a narcissist because he believes life starts at a different time than you do. That's what makes him a narcissist. And his cabinet consists of psychos. Well, that would be well and good if he wasn't already president for 4 years. What are you basing the psychos on? All the wars they started? I mean, they literally nearly had peace in the Middle East with the Abraham Accords. But they're the psychos. Because they want to shut down the Department of Education, because they want to mass deport illegal immigrants, illegal criminals who are destroying the hospitals, destroying the schools, using up all the resources. That makes them psychos. I mean, did you even listen to the video that you're commenting on here? Did you listen to how they're framing him with the legal cases? Did you even hear how the judge's daughter is a bundler for the Democrat Party for his political enemies? That E. Jean Carroll's story is a Law and Order episode. That she went on CNN with Anderson Cooper and said R is sexy. I'm in the cult. We're in the cult, though. And all that was suppressed at trial. that she has a cat named Vagina and a dog named Penis or Dick or whatever, that she accused two other individuals of R-word and was proven to be lying, that the DKNY outfit that she claimed to have been wearing wasn't even being made for 3 years after the incident happened. Do you even listen to any of that, or it's just in one ear, out the other, doesn't matter? But you're going to come on here, tell me and my file we're in a cult. I have zero tolerance for groomers, baby. Zero. And so does society at this point. Because what you do is you taunt society with your degeneracy, and then you come in and you try to gaslight us over it. Not happening anymore. Not happening. Not sorry. Not sorry. Again, I emphasize with your need for belonging, but please, just not with cults. Why cult? If you think I have a need to belong, or most of the people on this channel are here because they have some kind of need to belong, like, this is what I'm trying to tell you, people. There are narcissists all over this channel and all over these other channels who are just here to suck up the supply, pick up tactics, and use against you. We're introverts. We want to be left alone. That's a good time for us. You know what a good time it is? You effing off over there and leaving me the F alone. That's a good time for most of us. You need constant approval. And because the left, the narcissist, projects their thinking onto everyone else, they think that's how we operate. So she can make herself believe, oh, there's some cult confusing them, getting in their mind. Okay, cool. Theirs is a cult. Mine's a family. Democrats and the liberals, we're the smart and enlightened. We're not a cult at all. They're the cult. They need to be enlightened. If they just talk to us, talk to my people. They'll enlighten you, but that's not a cult. Right? That's not a cult. We're the cult. Please. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. I don't want you here. I don't want you people, anybody who can defend that side, I don't want you here. I don't want you watching my content. I don't want you biting off my content. It bothers me. I can't stop it, but it bothers me that you do, because I know, and I knew this was going on for a long time. I knew there were narcs all over the place, and there's not much you can do about it. And I warn people with this stuff, there's a very limited window before the sociopaths catch on and get in. And boy, are they full in now. Because cult needs the others to hate. We're the hateful ones. We're the ones going around calling everybody Nazi, fascist, baby killer, murderer, separating. It's us. You guys thrive on hate. There's a whole internet full of you guys. The second somebody disagrees with you, especially if a minority a brown person disagrees with you, you want to see hate. You want to see racism. You want to see the N-bomb come flying out. Be a black conservative talking to some white liberal woman. Oh boy. Oh boy. But that's deserved, right? Because, he's in a cult now. Because once you can label everybody in a cult or a Nazi, anything goes. You can do whatever you want. You got carte blanche. You're actually doing society a favor by treating people like that, right? That's what they make themselves believe. Sorry. You're in the cult, not us. When you can come and you can explain any of that stuff I have said about Trump, about his cases, about E. Jean Carroll, go ahead. Go ahead. Explain it. Explain it how you'd like to be on trial and have the judge's daughter, who's presiding over your case, collecting money from people who are your political enemy, who are running against you and want to see you fail. Sending millions of dollars directly to her house. Some consulting thing. Go ahead. You want to be prosecuted? Would you like to be prosecuted under those type of circumstances? 34 felonies for a paperwork error that they charged 34 times. It's nonsense. Explain any of that. Explain E. Jean Carroll. R word is sexy. All of that was suppressed at trial. Her history, the DKNY, the Anderson Cooper, the pets, her past lying about R word, all of it. Explain that. But we're in the cult. We're in the cult. We're the hateful ones. Dems would survive without Republicans, and the country would continue running normally with all the ups and downs. Democrats would not last 3 days without Republicans because you guys can't do anything anymore. The Republicans are the working party. Let me tell you something. If the red areas wanted to turn on the blue areas, it'd be real easy to do. All you'd have to do is roadblock the cities, and then within 24 hours, okay, you shut down the grid. Within 24 hours, the cities would be at each other's throats because they can't feed each other. They can't feed themselves. They can't. We could survive without them. They can't survive without us. You got it backwards, sweetie pop. Without Dems, this country would go back to establishing slavery. Do you think about why? Why would you even do that? Why? Do you think, who wants the responsibility of slaves in the first, the logistics? Why? You got anything that would have been done by slave labor is automated. So even if you were some sicko who wanted to enslave people, why would you want to do it? You have machines to do all this stuff now. Well, why aren't they using the machines now? Why? Because they're trying to change the demographic of the country, okay, by saying, oh, you'll starve without these illegals. No, we won't. We'll just have machines do it. Won't starve. They're trying to flip the country. It didn't work. That's why they're so mad now, because it didn't work. And the country said, no. And by popular vote, which I never thought would happen, by popular vote, they said, nah, everybody's got to go. But it's a cult, right? It's a cult. How would you even think about the logistics of establishing slavery? You're going to round up and do what? Liberal white woman fan fiction. That's all that is. Liberal white woman fan fiction. Establishing slavery. Oh, Lord. Oh. Again, I want all the best to come to you. I only want the worst for you. Because I know that's not a real statement. I know it's not. And again, and people will be like, why do you care so much? Like, why? I'm like, because... I didn't need to be convinced of anything. I've been like this my entire life, but I'll tell you this, and I've said it before, and the reason why I am so in on this, especially with the trans issues, okay, because Drunky, that borderline drunk bitch, without question, there's a question in my mind that she would have transed me. I would have been on hormone blockers, should have parts cut off of me, without question, because she was a borderline, just like these other borderline mothers that are doing it to their kids. You could see it. One day when I was a kid, I put on her hair, because that's what boys do when they're like 4 or 5 years old. Oh, you put on your mom's shoes. Look, mommy, I can walk in your heels. Oh, you got beautiful legs. Let's talked about that for years and years and years. Because she's a degenerate. You sound like you've been through terrible, terrible things, but I don't think you've healed enough yet as you're surrounding yourself with new abusers. I wish you all the best. Yeah, go F yourself. Oh, you're so arrogant and you don't get it, and none of you guys do. None of you guys really get it. The world does not think the way your sociopathic brain does, sweetie. They just don't. We see through it. The idea that you would call and you would accuse anybody of being in a cult when you look at what your side supports and does and has done and is trying to continue to do, mind-blowing. I wish you no goodwill other than I hope one day you can see the light and stop being such an evil demon. And I'll leave it there. Thank you, Norm, for your monthly contribution. I really appreciate it. And thank you, whatever your name is, for this stupidity. You're dismissed. Thank you. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Be sure to subscribe to both my channels on Rumble. Follow me on X and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.